This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Oh, isn't that hair fabulous? Broadcasting live from the new hotspot on Fort Myers Beach, Wahoo Willie'S. It's time for another exciting award-winning episode of Beach Talk Radio. Here are your humble hosts, Kim and Ed Ryan.
I didn't have to do anything there. Here she comes again. She's got to make a grand entrance. Welcome, everybody, to Beach Talk Radio. We're broadcasting live from Wahoo Willie'S on Fort Myers Beach. It's nice to see Jason watching from Wisconsin. Pam is watching from Ohio. Linda's in Minnesota. Eddie Rude is here on the beach. It's so nice to see Eddie Rude back on the beach. Jeff is in Michigan. Dave Starkweather is watching from Central Florida. We all have to be on our best behavior today because Dave Starkweather is Kim's dad. Oh, nobody likes to be on their best behavior when your dad is watching, dear. So are you ready to join the show now? Just one time we're going to start the show, and you're actually going to be sitting here instead of making the grand entrance. If you didn't have a chance to watch the walk-around video this morning, it was brutal to total Mickey Mouse operation.
If you
here.
would set it up correct,
Yes.
did
I have to set it up.
Was watching last night, what a complete failure!
It's because Jim, it's all I blame it all. I blame it all on
plugging stuff in after you're there 4 hours.
I blame it all
setup.
on Jim Matterholt. His freaking interview was an hour and 20 minutes long last night. It's like I got to come 2 hours earlier just to make sure his interview airs. But this morning we did the walk around at Matanzas Court and Matanzas Street. And there were 29 houses in that neighborhood, and 19 of the houses are gone. They're either they were either demolished in the storm, or they were knocked down because they needed to be knocked down. They were over the 50% rule, and it was just. And you know what? The neighbors come out, and the neighbors are in a great state of mind. It seems to me like everybody's trying to figure out how to rebuild and what they're going to do. And there's obviously pieces of property that are for sale for millions of dollars right there. And then that was the neighborhood where Bonnie was from Plaka, who we saw every Saturday when we went down to do the show at Pete's Time Out, who stayed during the storm and didn't make it through the storm. And, it's just so difficult to look at all that property over there. It's just brutal. And everybody's the biggest complaint that the people had this morning after I shut the Facebook thing off was permits. They can't get a permit. People can't get a permit, and that's all you hear is something needs to be done about the permitting process. But you hear that every day. And right. So they were explaining the trials and tribulations they're having with the permitting process at town halls. So got to fix the permitting thing.
Yep.
Right? So, and how is your hair doing today?
The humidity is starting to increase. So the hair being down probably, going to eventually have to go up because it'll just take on a life of its own with that humidity. But
a lot of people from Minnesota watching today. It's overcoming Wisconsin. I'm not sure. Well,
Dixie's on there.
Oh, we love Dixie. She's already back in Minnesota.
I know. I'm
Linda
glad that they made it back
in
safely.
Union Grove, Wisconsin. Now, where is Union Grove? South of Green Bay. So we had some folks here this morning that bought some of our merchandise that are telling
Zanesville. Don't you know somebody?
Zanesville? That's where Gene was from. Zanesville, Ohio.
Yeah.
Mean Gene was from Zanesville, Ohio.
Devin Daly.
The folks here this morning say that we need to do our Wisconsin show from I've already forgot. Oh, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. I'm getting Alzheimer's. I know I am. So Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. So that's. Do we have any votes for Lake Geneva, Wisconsin? No. Dave's
beautiful area.
shaking his head no because it's 3 hours from where he lives. So All right, let's get to the show now. Enough about us, dear.
Okay.
Let's introduce our first guest. Sandy Sadness is coming on. Sandness.
Yeah.
Did I say
Not
Sandy?
sad.
Sandy's still limping around here,
Oh,
although it looks a
no.
little better than it did the last time we saw you, right?
What's going on?
Yeah, what happened to your knee there? What's going on?
Good morning.
Thank you for coming on the show.
She's such a ray of
Absolutely.
sunshine.
Yes.
What happened with your knee?
Long story. Getting old.
Getting old? Is it getting better?
Yes.
It
Oh,
is.
good.
It
Yes.
is getting better, right? Last
Yeah.
time it was more of a brace you had on.
Yeah, I was on a crutches last weekend, so it's
So,
getting better.
so Sandy, tell the audience what you did. Like, what was your job before the storm? Who you worked for?
I work for myself. I was publishing Fort Myers Beach Living magazine, which is a neighborhood magazine. We, for the people, by the people. And the magazine focuses on the neighbors of Fort Myers Beach. Each month, the cover is a person, couple, or family that lives on the beach and a feature story about them. The direction of the magazine is philanthropic.
Mm-hmm.
We like to emphasize the charities and the good that people do for other people on the beach, which is a lot of the reason why I'm very happy to be here today.
Yeah. Now, did you continue the magazine, or did you have to stop through the storm? Or
No, actually, because Ian took all our mailboxes out and
Yeah.
the post office, we weren't able to deliver the magazine. So we're very excited. I worked and pushed and finally have gotten to where they're allowing me to set up some distribution points. So the magazine has been printed, and I'm very happy to say
Here we go.
Oh, we
Wait,
have
before you bring the
Before you do
magazine
that,
out,
So
Jim,
I
let
just
me
wanna-
tell everybody about the
Oh,
mail.
okay.
This is what you do to
Okay.
me. This is what you do to me.
So-
Jim Adderholt told me that mail service on the beach is supposed to start on Tuesday. So, and that means to your mailbox. So if you have a mailbox, you could be getting mail as early as this Tuesday. If you don't have a mailbox, well, go get a damn mailbox, people. Put a mailbox out there. Put something out there. Like, we have a mailbox that's been hit by the UPS truck like
Oh.
4 or 5 times. In our neighborhood, I don't know why our mailbox costs like $1,000 every
It's
time to replace.
ridiculous.
So now I just bungee corded the thing around the pole because
It's
there's no way
ridiculous.
I'm paying for it again.
if I could find a small ratchet strap, that would do
Yeah,
it. But
yeah.
we need a really small one because we've paid so many times to
Yeah.
get that stupid thing reattached, and then they come around the corner, and it's not just UPS. We don't really
Yeah.
know who it is. It could be FedEx,
Could
any of
be,
them, but
yeah.
whachoom.
Yeah. So,
So we put a yellow milk crate out
but-
there, but they weren't a fan of that.
the
that's
HOA,
probably why they knocked that one
the
down.
HOA didn't go for that.
They didn't go for
So
that.
if you don't have a mailbox, you can still go to the trailer on Carolina. It's Carolina Street or Avenue?
Why are you
I think it's
asking me?
Carolina Avenue.
Carolina Avenue, where the trailers are set up and pick up your mail. So that's good news. More progress on the beach.
And that's one of the places that they'll be able to pick the magazine up.
Sweet.
As at the post office, Gavin's Ace Hardware, Claire's Carpet, and Lahaina Realty.
Wait, where's Gavin's Ace Hardware?
Really?
Yeah, where is it? It's in.
On Old Slade on McGregor.
Oh, it's on McGregor.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
there.
before Target.
Okay. Well, I've never been over there. I didn't. That he's a big time
Uh-huh.
Chamber of Commerce
Yep.
sponsor.
Yeah,
He's like
yep.
the board chairman or
Super
something,
nice
right?
guy.
Yeah.
Great
Super
store.
nice. Yeah.
Great store.
Super nice
I thought
guy.
for some reason I thought he was in Cape Coral.
He is.
Okay, he's
They
got a
have two
location there.
locations.
So how did you fare during the storm? Do you live on the island? Is it where you produce the magazine on the island?
I live on the magazine.
I live on the magazine.
I live on the island, mid-island. I had a house full of water that destroyed everything inside. Every copy of my magazine that I had saved, I no longer have.
Ugh.
But it's just, I've turned the point. I'm rebuilding. I'm going to build back, and I'm living in my driveway in an RV, and it's great to be back though. This
Right.
is home. There's no other place I'd want to be.
So given all of those challenges, how did you get the magazine out? Like, that seems insurmountable.
It was
like
actually
a Herculean effort there.
It was actually probably the best thing for me mentally
Mhm.
because it gave me something to look forward to focus on, and to give back to my neighbors
Mhm, mhm.
and to acknowledge the people who've really stood out and made a difference for all of us.
And how long has it been in print? How long have
We
you been
started
doing
in
this?
January of 22.
January of 20.
Yeah, so we were just getting going, and then Hurricane Ian came along and threw a little
I know,
wrench in it.
messed that
But
up.
we're back.
But you're back. And prior to that, where were you working?
at the Island Sandpaper.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So, all right. So you have it up and running.
Yes.
So is this the first? This is the first
This
issue.
is our first
since-
issue back. And
look who's on there.
our Anita Saracita.
Yep. Former mayor. And now she's on the LPA, right?
And I would say she's probably been our armchair therapist through
Yeah.
all of this,
Yeah.
guiding us and
Doing her
making it-
videos on Facebook and
by showing her emotions. It made me
Mm-hmm.
and I think everyone else realize that we weren't alone in the way that we felt. And because we were all scattered and living in different places, it brought us together in one place on Facebook with Anita, who's like everybody's big sister.
I know. And we used to always talk. Ed used to always talk to her about her hair. So I don't know what it is. I guess it's hair envy for him because he's got none. So he's always got to make a comment about somebody's hair, of which
I know,
yours
yes.
is rivaling mine today too. So it's a big hair day for everybody.
So yeah, so in this issue, we honor Anita as the matriarch of our island. She's
Yeah.
our modern matriarch, and she's probably the one person that I have admired more than anyone since I
Mhm.
came to this island. When I found out she owned my favorite clothing stores,
That didn't hurt, right?
No.
Right.
And, I'm excited to see she's going to be coming back and
There we go.
building bigger than ever.
Yeah. Dear, we're having technical difficulties. There we go. And I will admit, even though he doesn't know how, even though I joked with him about not being able to set it up correctly last night, if this goes down, I'm going to have to phone a friend because I have no skills for that. So no, Anita, she's a class act. I mean, there's just not enough good words to say.
She's always there for anybody that needs her. Oh, am I not running?
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's always there for everybody who needs her.
Oh,
And
and he gave me
she's-
the short mic.
Apparently, he gave you the loud mic. Now we need to turn ourselves down. So, what else is in the magazine? This first issue.
There's a story highlighting our treasures that Joe Orlandini has found and returned. And then there's a special story in here about someone sitting right next to me and not sitting right next to me that we're waiting on.
Yes, we're trying to stretch this out. If you couldn't tell, folks.
But just to remind everybody that you can go and the magazines will be available next Saturday at Gavin's Ace Hardware, the post office, Claire's Carpet, and Lahaina Realty. And always support our sponsors. They're the people that make it possible for us to put this publication out.
I will say on the cover, you can see the picture there. That I love that shot. I love that shot so much because that was one of the first pictures that I took was underneath the
It's pretty
pier.
iconic.
Yeah, looking out.
And
you
if
know,
you go on the
unfortunately-
inside, I hate to spoil it for everyone. Go to the Anita story.
Okay.
What did I miss? What happened to my microphone?
I have your mic. Can I have your salary? No, I don't want
There we
your
go.
salary.
No, you don't.
You don't want your salary to be cut.
So another picture we have here of Anita was she was sitting right inside, outside of where her store used to be,
Mm-hmm.
which was it's
All
a
right.
teary moment.
Yeah. The Pier Peddler, that one.
Mhm.
Yep.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I apologize. We usually have somebody here helping out. You think Dave would get up? He's been here every weekend and help out, but he's just sitting there looking.
He's our sound guy.
That's right. You can't ask him to do too many things at once. The sound is enough. So, the magazine. How often is it going to come out now?
We're
Sandy?
going to be out monthly.
Monthly. Awesome. Now, listen, those of you that advertise on our show and have been supporting us for so many months, please support Sandy. Reach out to her and ask her what the rates are. We want people on the island to thrive, and you're going to see a lot of eyeballs are going to see the magazine. Who do you think is going to be on the next cover, Sandy? Do you have any idea yet?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Is this a spoiler alert? Should we
No, it's another one of those heartwarming stories. every person that comes on my cover is I get to spend time with, and it's so genuine and loving to spend time with these people. And 2 days before the hurricane, I was with Bobby and Jerry Kim.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to be
Oh,
our
yeah.
November cover.
Great people. Yep.
And I have beautiful pictures of them outside of their house. They showed me their cottage. And 2 days after the hurricane, when I came back on the island, and I took a ride down to the south end, and I couldn't find their house.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been like that down many streets. It's just incredible. So they're going to be on the cover of
We're going to bring them back to the
May issue.
For the May issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
excited
that's
about
awesome.
that.
So where are they going to be standing? Like you see Anita's at the pier. Where are they going to be standing?
It's going to be around their house.
I see.
Where it was.
Gotcha.
But the real reason why I'm here today
All right.
is
Pay attention, everybody. This is the real reason why she's here.
I think everyone would agree with me that there has been two people that have been vital to all of us through this hurricane. Two people who have stood up, asked the hard questions, been there for us over and over and over again. And that's Ed and Kim.
Wow.
And for that reason, Fort Myers Beach Living would like, can you hold that?
Yes.
Yeah.
We would like to honor you guys as
Wow.
Hurricane Ian heroes for your
Ah.
passion and commitment to the people of Fort Myers Beach.
Wow.
Oh my God, look at that. Look, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. It
Very
looks-
nice.
I
Thank
mean,
you,
it's like
Sandy.
the
That's
wave
so
in
nice.
there. It's so nice.
Is it like a snow globe? Oh, I was kidding. I was
But
kidding.
again, you guys,
No, what is that? What is that? That's very nice. That's
it's
very artsy.
You guys,
Did you design that?
no, unfortunately, I did not, but it certainly fit the moment. And
It's perfect. It's so beautiful. It says in honor of your passion and commitment to the people of Fort Myers Beach, Hurricane Ian Heroes Beach Talk Radio. Oh my God,
You didn't have to
That's
do that,
too
but thank you so much.
Well,
Wow.
the people of Fort Myers Beach, thank you guys
Ah.
over and over again for all that you've
They
done.
do. They do.
For
It's
being there
really-
for us when you didn't have to. And your honorary residents. if
We
there's
need
a
to
key
change
to
our
the
zip
city,
code.
you deserve
we
it.
need to change our zip code. We need an honorary
This thing weighs like
33931.
30. This weighs
I know.
like 30
I know.
pounds.
I
I'm
don't know if Ian could wash that one away, but
no. In a lighter moment, if he gets out of whack, yeah, and
Thank
that
you.
thing's gonna survive.
Thank you. That was so
That
nice.
is
We appreciate
so,
that.
So beautiful.
Yes.
well, we
So
thank you
beautiful.
guys.
Thank
Well,
you so much. Thank you
now
for
what?
doing the article.
Yes.
Thank you.
And there is a really nice written up article that tells the background. of
Which
Kim
was
and Ed.
enough.
Yeah, we want
Oh,
to. We want
geez,
you
I
guys
didn't
to
even
grab.
see how the picture.
I'm
Oh,
sure
let
you
me
said
see
it
that.
1,000 times where
Yeah.
people can pick it up.
The post office, Gavin's Ace Hardware, Claire's Carpet, and Lahaina Realty.
Right. And there's a Gary Mooney wrote the article. Gary used to work for the sandpaper, and he's super
Oh,
awesome.
you got the picture in there.
Yeah, very nice. Let me turn it up so people can see it. There's the article. He came out to the house, and Gary followed up, and so hopefully everybody can pick this up with Anita on the cover. Very nice. And there's a message from the mayor inside, and
Mhm.
again,
a
if
very
we hope,
heartfelt story from the mayor in there,
Yeah.
his experience
Oh,
of the hurricane.
yeah, we hope people will call Sandy and support the magazine also. So the next time it comes out with the Kemps on the cover, it's twice the size because the advertisers will make this nice and thick,
right.
which is what we want to see. So
And you're on Facebook, right?
Yep.
So people can
Yep.
find you there as well. What
Awesome.
other social media outlets do you have?
I also have a website, fortmyersbeach.life, where I put all the previous issues up. So anyone who wants to read any of the previous issues, because I don't know if there's a previous issue left out there.
yeah,
I think most all of them
probably
got
in the
washed
drink.
away.
Yeah,
So,
Well, what
and
would
if
be-
anybody has any,
That's
we
what I
would
was
love to
just
have
gonna
some old
say.
copies.
I was just getting ready to say, if anyone out there has any old issues, to contact you so
Yeah.
that you could rebuild and replace your original.
Yeah,
That would be nice.
at least one copy of
Yeah.
every past
Yeah.
issue.
I've got most of them. There's a few of them I still haven't found yet.
Okay. Did you have to dry them out, or were they okay? Or people?
It was
gave-
people that weren't on the island. My hairstylist had a few of them, and
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Well, you never know.
That's
You
right.
never know. So
Well, thanks so much for
Thank you
coming
so
on
much.
and coming down and for this lovely award. And
Well,
now, do
thank
you
you
plan on
guys.
doing it every year or something? Or
The
do you know?
award?
Yes.
no,
Okay.
this is for
That's
special
it. That's
people
it.
like
I
you
like that.
guys.
The
we don't
only
need
ones
any
to
more
get it.
hurricanes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Next hurricane, next 25
No,
year
no,
hurricane.
no.
No, this was a 500-year thing. None of us will be around.
If it happens again, I'm out of here.
Thank you, Sandy, so
Thank you,
much.
guys.
And
Thank
good
you
luck
so
with your
much.
knee there. Hopefully
Thank you.
it'll
Thank
turn
you.
out. Thank you,
You guys
Sandy.
are
Thank
awesome.
you
Give
so
a big
much.
hand
Thank
for
you.
Sandy,
Thank you so
everybody.
much.
Thank you for coming down. All right, everybody. That was super nice and totally unexpected. And yeah, take a break there. Power Block Builders, everybody. You know, eventually you're going to want to build a house on your empty lot because you had to knock your house down because of this friggin' hurricane. And you're going to want to have somebody that you trust out there that's going to help you out. Power Block Builders was a sponsor this morning of our walk around. They're also sponsoring today's show. And I'm so happy to say that I remembered my clipboard and I could tell you all about Power Block Builders. They have built over 500 to 600 structural shells for tract homes, and they're also a custom home builder in Cape Coral. Local, local, local. The Genesis model will include the following: hurricane impact windows, elevated concrete columns, tile throughout, LED recessed lighting, metal roof, granite countertops, stainless steel kitchen appliances, and on and on and on. The list goes on. Power Block Builders, you want to give them a call or check them out online. They're not only do they build new homes as a certified building contractor, but they're also a certified roofing contractor with the state of Florida. Lots going on there with Power Block. Check them out online, powerblockbuilders.com. And we appreciate them so much being a sponsor of the show. Let's see. Alex King is a sponsor of the show. I was going to read Alex's ad, but I have something even better than that. We have Alex King live and in person. Look at you getting a big round of applause from the audience. So the reason we wanted to have Alex on, other than, that's only Kim's phone, don't worry about it. Not only do we love having you on because you're a great guest, but you know what? I'm going to give you the long cord. There you go. Perfect. There we go. But you're doing so much in the community, and I saw something where you were. It's like almost you're doing a contest of giving money away. When I grow up, Alex, I want to just give money away. Like that's a cool gig. Like you're just giving money away.
It's a good feeling for sure.
So tell everybody first that might not know about the King Foundation.
The King Foundation is giving away around 150,000 a year to the beach community, to the charities, as well as to some other charities in Fort Myers and Naples as well.
Mm-hmm. And the King Foundation was started how and why?
It was started with my parents, my family, and it was started related to the mental health industry. They were one of the anchors of the Hope Clubhouse for mental ill. And once they passed away, we took those dollars and now we're bringing them out to the marketplace to help other people.
Now, do you have people that have to apply to your foundation? Obviously, they have to be 501c3s, official charities. Do they come to you and apply for funds, or you just pick them out of a hat?
Well, they could come apply for funds,
Okay.
but we've been real fortunate. The Fort Myers Beach community has a great network of charities. They actually all work together, so it's easy to know who they are, who does what. And so we're trying to portion the dollars to benefit all of them.
Right.
Mhm.
Now, did you have to dig into the foundation money to buy that bright shirt?
Well, I wore it especially for today. Obviously,
Why? Why?
well, Nina bought it, and she gets
Oh,
all
she
the
did?
credit for everything.
Anita Saracita bought that.
No, Nina, my wife.
Oh, I
Nina
thought you
King.
said Anita.
Nina.
Now,
Nina.
your wife, Nina, where is she? I haven't seen her since the last time I saw her. We were doing a show at the base of the bridge, she made you pull over, and she was yelling and screaming for she was going crazy over something. I don't remember what it was.
Well, that's typical. She probably has a drill and a hammer in her hand right now.
Yeah.
Or building something.
Yeah.
She just loves tools.
Yeah. How long have you been married?
14 years.
Yeah. And where did you meet Nina? Because this is an interesting story.
Well, on Coconut Drive and
on Fort Myers Beach.
On Fort Myers Beach.
Wait, where's Coconut Drive?
It's just a few streets from Publix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coconut Drive. That's like the best name for a street, Coconut Drive.
Really.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I came down for holidays. I was living in Atlanta. And next thing I know, I meet this young lady at the Christmas party. But I really think it was arranged by my family because I was 50
arranged
years
marriage.
old. It was arranged marriage. Got married 5 months later and moved right back to Coconut Drive where I started.
Now, I remember the last time you gave money away, you were at 820 Buttonwood, and I think you thought we were doing the show there. And we were actually sitting in Times Square at Pete's Timeout, what used to be Pete's Timeout.
Yeah.
And you must have run over the bridge or something because you couldn't drive or something. You come running over the bridge. You're all smelly and sweaty and your hair is all verklempt and everything. But you had a big giant check ready to give out to somebody.
Ready to go. Yep.
So tell us about you're in real estate, obviously, and the prices of property on the beach have gone up since this hurricane. It's been bizarre. Like nothing stops the beach property. Nothing.
I just think the momentum's there. The buyers are out there. They really want what we have to offer. It's unique. I mean, where else are you going to find this environment and this type of beach and this type of lifestyle?
Right.
So
bright shirts like that.
Bright shirts that brings the people in. Yeah.
So how you're okay now? You good? We usually have a little helper here with our gear, but she's I think she stayed out a little late last night and she couldn't get up in the morning and help us out. But so tell us about this. Tell us about this contest that you're put together. This
okay. So,
I don't know if contest is the right word.
Well, it could be. What I realize is this summer and fall might be a little quiet here on the beach, and my idea was to offer to the charities and businesses to work together and create an event every week for 20 weeks. And our charity will donate $2,500 a week for marketing or whatever they want to use it for to advertise the beach. Now that might be a little bit optimistic. Maybe it should be twice a month or every week.
So what you're saying is if the women's club wanted to organize events somewhere on the beach, you'd donate $2,500 to the women's club to market it.
Yeah, $2,500 women's club. If the art gallery wants to do a painting contest for all the artists around Southwest Florida.
Like a plein air one where you just go and
But I like it where they do it every week for 20 weeks and there's a winner at the end.
What do you mean a winner? Like you want the art association to do this every week, or you want it to be a different one every week?
Well, it could be a different charity every week, but I think having continuity in some of the events and contests, it keeps people coming back all summer.
Yeah.
So how would people win? You mean a participant would win, or the business, whoever put it on would win?
Well, I think they all win. The goal is to raise money for the charities.
Okay.
Yeah. And get advertising and people coming to use the businesses, the restaurants, renting boats or whatever we have.
So how do you pick a winner?
I think he's going to do a push-up contest. So we'll do that.
I'm not a 501c3.
Yeah.
How do you win? How do you pick a winner at the end of the 20 weeks, and what do they get?
Well, it's not up to me. It's up to the business and charity.
Okay. They all
business and charity.
They all vote on how their event
they vote
went.
on whoever wins the contest.
I'm totally confused, Alex.
So,
totally confused. So you have 20 weeks of events.
It's kind of slow.
And who picks the winner? The businesses vote on their own?
Well, actually,
I think you should just pick the winner. You should just be the king.
The winner.
Alex King, the king.
All right. There you go.
just simplify it.
Yeah. So maybe you have Rude Shrimp Company and they have their favorite charity. Maybe it's a beach school.
Yeah.
And they'll create an event.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the art gallery and they'd like to tie in with Wahoo Willie'S.
All right.
And they like to create an event.
Yeah.
So
Well, we're creating an event for May 13th called Mother's Day 5K.
Okay.
And we're going to raise money for FMB Strong, 820 Buttonwood, which was the location we all kind of bonded at
Right.
6 months ago from Tuesday and weeks after that. And we're going to start. The start and the finish line are going to be in Times Square, Alex.
Okay.
And then what's going to happen is, are you a runner?
I was at one time. I'm a jogger now.
So what's your fastest 5K time?
Oh my, I can't remember that.
Yeah.
That was years ago.
How old are you now?
64.
64. So you could probably do a 5K in 30 minutes, right?
Oh yeah.
3.2 miles. You can run a 10-minute mile, right?
Yeah, I can run 10-minute mile.
Are you're saying that, or you can?
Well, 10 to 12 minute.
That's a big difference, Alex. 2 minutes is a big difference.
It is. I'm huffing and puffing right now.
So can you run a 5K without stopping? Like, do you have to stop for water, or stop, take a pee, anything like that?
If I train the next few weeks,
Yes.
I'll run without stopping.
Okay, so we're gonna go out of Times Square. If I get a permit. Dear, why do I have to be the one to always turn your microphone on? It's
because you're
can
sitting
you not,
closest.
You can't.
My arm doesn't reach that long.
So we're going to run out of Times Square, make a left, and go 0.5 miles.
Mhm.
Then you're going to turn around at the cone and run all the way to the end of the island to the rocks. And then you're going to come all the way back to Times Square and come through the finish line.
So we're going to run on the sand?
Right on the sand. Great beach running. Yeah,
Will
there's
there
going
be
to be no, I know
That's gonna
Dave's
be
thinking he's
tough.
going to set a personal record for his 5K. But when you're running on the sand, you're not doing PRs
No.
because the first thing that you have to do
Yeah.
when you get out of Times Square is you got to run in the deep sand. From Times Square to the pier, it's
yeah.
deep sand. So what do you think you could do a 5K on the sand? Give us your prediction now.
I'll go
32.
He was going
40
to say
minutes.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Jeepers creepers, you're crawling at that pace, man.
Well, I'd rather.
You're stopping at the porta potty to go number 2.
Exactly. And now, is there a beer station on the way?
You know,
Careful.
Dave's in.
There's actually a race like that.
We
There is
did-
a race that has
Okay.
that in there.
When you go, Fort Myers Brewery has a what's it called?
I
It's
can't
called a beer
remember.
run. It's
We
like a
did win
1-mile
it one
beer
year,
run
I
around
have
the
a beer
building.
named after you, Ken,
So
right?
there's
It's
you
coming.
run it's like a relay. We won it 1 year with we got a ringer
We
to
had
run.
a great anchor. Yeah.
And you run one lap. Each person runs one lap, and you have to drink a beer. And of course, there are vomit stations all around the building because the amateurs are throwing up around. How
And-
can you not drink
And we
one
still didn't
beer?
get through one show without talk of something,
Yeah.
some bodily function.
Vomit or farts. I mean, people love to talk about vomit or farts.
So,
So,
sand running.
So that's what we're organizing, but we're not a 501c3, so we don't expect any money. But I can understand that this is a way to keep people coming back to the beach and keep people, the 501c3s and the charities out in people's mind, which is what we tried to do last week with the concert. Just keep them out there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, we want the media, the local news media and the national media pick us up. My idea is that let's create something so wacky and fun this summer and fall that they're going, look at these people.
What
They've
is-
been
what
through
is
a
a wa-
hurricane
okay.
and they're having
Yeah,
fun.
a
They're
race.
wacky.
A race is like
Basic.
I think a
Basic,
coconut
but
rolling
something-
race would be
Coconut
perfect.
rolling.
Yes.
Coconut rolling race.
or
Another
a pineapple thing, some kind of.
three-legged down the beach race.
3-legged race.
Yeah.
Do you know what the insurance is on that kind of craziness?
You're right. You're right. Okay.
So what?
No, I some kind of dress up thing,
Yeah.
like with the shrimp festival when
Yes.
everyone
Yeah.
used to dress up and
What-
a Mardi Gras type
or
of.
like a painted mailbox contest.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Judged by the art.
Association. Yeah, that would
Right.
be good.
So
Right.
what? Do people get in contact with you somehow if they have an idea? What's the process here?
They can reach out to me directly,
Hmm.
or they could go through one of the local charities, women's clubs, community foundation, FMB Strong,
Yeah.
or go to a business. They can reach out to me.
Has anybody come up with an idea yet?
I've gotten a lot of emails that people are thinking about it. So the
Hmm.
But
goal
they-
is to
They send you an email that they're thinking about
they're
an
in
idea.
process.
process.
About it.
Well,
I see.
it's
Because they
still-
want the damn money. They don't want to put the idea together.
Maybe
Well,
like a
that's true.
human pyramid.
No, you got to think of the insurance, the liability,
Yeah,
it's craziness.
yeah.
And so, but if it's on town property, you got to get a special
Mhm.
events permit. So you got to be thinking ahead.
Well, that's for the charity and business to decide on.
Right.
We're just offering the inspiration
Yeah.
and the imagination.
Well, you're very inspirational, Alex.
You know-
a lot of people on the island. Go ahead.
They used to have a lot of fun with the putt and pub crawl too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's a maybe
Some
could rock
of those things I think can come back now.
Yeah.
Like the Taste of the Beach.
Mhm.
Why not? What's that? Cardboard boat races.
See, that's exactly what we're looking for.
Like soap
Ideas like
derby.
that.
Where
like
would
a
you
soap
cardboard-
derby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where would you
Huh.
like human wheelbarrow races? Well, husband
gotta
and wife
think
kind of
about-
thing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This is what we need. Now, what charity will sponsor that?
Yeah.
And what restaurant? Maybe
We-
Wahoo Willie'S will sponsor the.
We did a race one time. Remember, I had to get on your back and you had to carry. That's what it was. It was
Yeah.
like a, and then you had to get on my back, which
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
I'm always carrying you, but that was like
Alex, your hair looks
Figuratively,
different
not
to me.
literally.
Why? Why does your hair look different?
I was in the garage and Nita got the scissors out and started cutting it.
Did
Said
you
I
do-
need
how
to
is your
present
lovely
better.
wife?
Oh, she's good. She just drilled a hole through her finger doing the orchid thing. So she's,
Oh.
just everything's normal.
Did she do that on purpose or just to
this
see
is
if
just
she
a
could
regular
handle the
thing,
pain? Now, do you
We
dye
love
your do
her.
you dye your hair or is that a natural color?
Well, not yet.
You
I'm
haven't had to
real
yet.
fortunate. Not yet. I
I
got some
see.
over here,
Again
you
with
know,
the
so-
hair. I
I'm
guess
very- I'm
those
very
who
jealous
don't
of the hair
have
thing.
to,
Yeah, right,
you know,
right. So how
jealous of those
what
who
was the
do.
last sale you made on the island?
We just closed on 201 Delmar. I had the buyer side.
201 Delmar.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
But we have a lot of new listings coming out. We have a lot of
Alex, back the
yes.
train up.
yes.
201 Delmar sold for how much?
is that
Trying to
public
remember.
knowledge?
How big was the house?
No, it's a vacant. It was a house that was being torn down on
Because
the
of the
lot.
hurricane.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
So,
So it's basically bought as a tear down. It's already been demolished as we speak.
rough idea of property values are up through the roof, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I believe it was right around the 750 range.
Okay.
Um,
So that is a dinky little piece of property then for 750,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So somebody's going to buy it and rebuild at
Yeah,
probably
they're
a
gonna
higher
build
elevation.
a 2-story above garage,
Sure.
rental property on that.
What's the biggest piece? The biggest
In case you
Uh,
need a reference. there's
Yes, I
all
might need the help here.
the biggest house you have for sale right now on the island is where?
That was you phoning a friend and Sandy
Yes,
kind of.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes. Well, our largest house on the island is
Are you
on,
reading that? Are you reading something there?
Well, I'm just double
It's got
checking.
all the listings there. Very nice.
21521 Madeira.
Oh,
It's a
Oh, Madeira.
huge property. Yes.
sand. Paul, great idea. Sandcastle event.
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect.
There you
no
go.
liability for that.
Sandcastle
Sandcastle event.
event.
Great idea.
Perfect. Someone grab that and let's run with
Yeah,
it.
Marcia. Yes, we're going to do the Beach Kids run. That whole 5. It's not just a 5K. It'll be a walk, Dave. It'll be a walk in case people don't want to run,
Right.
and it'll be the kids will be able
Are
to
you
run
doing
the
a
whole
1
thing.
mile walk?
We could do the 1
Yeah.
mile for the
Yeah.
kids. Yeah, don't. As soon as I get the freaking special events permit, I'll put the whole thing together.
Yeah.
Holly says it was for 580,000.
Thank
Your
you.
sale.
Thank you very much.
Holly is on top of all that stuff.
Thank you,
so-
Holly.
All right. So what else you want to talk about, Alex? Anything in the community you want? Oh, we got more yellow shirts coming in. I love your shirt. Thank you for coming.
No, we just want everybody to. Someone brought up last weekend at your event in Times Square,
Mhm.
and they said we don't want to be forgotten this summer.
Right.
So we need your ideas, your inspiration. Reach out to the charity, to the local business, get their ideas working, and let's make this summer and fall fun. Let's get on the news. Let's
Yeah, if
be
anyone's
wacky
got a
and crazy.
contact with that, with the national.
You want
news.
people to email you
Wacky
the
and
information or the
Yeah.
ideas? How do they do that?
Alex at currentcoastalrealty.com.
Currentcoastalrealty.com.
Yeah.
Awesome.
crazy boat
Yeah.
parade? Like
You
the
guys
Christmas
feel
boat
free to list some
parade?
ideas up on here on the chat box, and we'll share them with Alex and pass them along. But I love the sandcastle idea. We can get
Love it.
Bill is that what his name was? Bill the sandcastle guy that came on the
Oh, yeah,
show,
yeah,
and he
yeah.
does the whole.
Yep.
Every once in a while, he just does one of these gigantic sandcastles out somewhere in front
We'll
of
have
the
one
house.
every
like
weekend.
really unique,
Yeah,
catchy, grab
See,
the attention of the whole
I think.
U.S.
See, I think with the 5K, we're going to draw people from outside the beach. Like people
Yeah.
love
I
to run
know,
in
but
races, and
5Ks are like,
well, it's
they're like meh.
all right. Well,
I mean, as
what's
far-
your idea?
Well, I mean, unless you're going to add like costumes, like do people have to wear costumes when they run?
I
That
guess
would
we
be
can come up
funny.
with a theme.
That would bring people. We
That
really
would
want to
bring
bring them
people.
from Fort Myers,
Maybe
Naples,
people run
Bonita,
backwards.
Estero.
Maybe people
I
have
don't
to.
think that's a good idea. Running backwards. So.
I think the costume thing is a good idea. People
We'll
love
work on it.
costumes.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
get creative. Alex, thank you so much for coming on the show and coming down. And
All right, thank you.
I apologize if we muffed the time up on you earlier. So
That's
you
all
were
right.
here.
Thanks for being
you're-
well early.
Yeah, you were
Very
here like
early.
7:30.
Oh, he was not.
So
All
thank
right,
you,
thank you
Alex.
very
much.
Alex
So
King,
much.
everybody, a great friend of the show. He's been a sponsor for a long time.
And a snappy dresser. Always a snappy dresser.
always a snappy dresser.
And I always tell this story about how he retrieved your shirt that time.
Oh,
when
you got to
were
tell
trying
that
to be
story
snappy
again before I
dresser.
read about Steve's appraisals. This was when
So
we were going to the Mound House.
Mound House for an event, and you had your, work shirt on, but it was a kind of a nice event. So I had brought like a button-up long sleeve shirt for you to wear, and I parked. The Mound House has 2 parking spots, and one that was further away, and they had a golf cart that was running people back and forth. So I got on the golf cart with the shirt with Alex and his wife. And as the guy took off, your shirt went out the window, flying down the road. And before I could even get out, Alex was like, I've got it. And he just jumped out like Superman, ran down, picked up your, $5 shirt that I got from the Goodwill and brought it back. I said, Alex, let it go. It's not even worth it.
No.
He's like, no, we got to get it.
He's a good egg.
He is a good egg.
Super nice
Takes a
guy.
lot of
I wish
ribbing
you would have
from
brought
you.
his wife though, because she's a fire plug.
She is, yeah, spicy.
Steve's
Love it.
Appraisals, everybody. If you need an appraisal, you want to call Steve's Appraisals. I don't know if you know this. I think I mentioned it a few times, but Steve was the volunteer that helped us pick up the stage last week for the concert.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he went and he got the stage on Friday. He kept it at his house until Saturday. He unloaded it, helped us put it together, and then took it back on Monday. And, you can't pull those things off
Yeah,
without
no.
people that are like that helping out. So,
That was a little tricky taking that apart.
in the dark.
Yeah.
Steve's Appraisals, you can give him a call on his cell phone right now at 219-405-8283.
That was fast.
219-405-8283. They're a small local husband and wife.
83. I graduated in 82. You graduated in 83.
They're
There
a
you go.
small local husband and
82,
wife team. And if you don't know Jack about the 50-50 rule, then you're going to call Steve and he's going to help you
What's
figure
Jack
it all
got
out.
to do with it?
The one good thing about Steve's Appraisals is they have appraisals for divorce. If you need to get your divorce appraised, I don't even know what that means, but I'm going to find
Oh!
out what
Yeah,
that
yeah,
means.
yeah. No, because if you're getting a divorce and you're going to be settling, your
What do you-
finances,
You need something
need
to praise.
to know.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you have a real slick person, you need a forensic one.
Did you see that Gwyneth Paltrow's on trial for like a skiing accident? Did you see that? Like there's a trial going on where some jackball skied into her back and he's suing her for $300,000. Like he skied into her. And
That sounds about right, though.
yeah, you see dollar
That
signs
sounds
now.
about right.
He skis into her back, and somehow she thought
has
that
to
she was
pay.
being like sexually assaulted or something. The whole thing has just gotten crazy, but it's one of those things
What are
that
you
you just
watching?
I'm not watching, I'm reading it on the news websites, but I mean
That's
don't
news.
don't accidents happen? Like sometimes people ski into each other
Yeah.
by accident. It's not like you purposely ski into
I
somebody.
broke
Who wouldn't
my
want to
thumb
do that?
skiing. I didn't
You
sue
did.
anybody. Yeah.
That's right. Sonny Bono had a accident with a tree.
Yep.
Sometimes you run into something solid that doesn't give.
Yep.
Why did you bring that up, Dave? He died
of
in
the
that
skiing.
accident. What was the most popular Sonny and Cher song?
I got you, babe.
Are you sure that's the one that's
Yeah.
the most popular? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, we're having flashbacks right now, aren't we? So
Sounds like you need a psychiatrist.
I don't even know what we were talking about. What were we talking about?
You gotta get you. You need to get on the
I
ginkgo
gotta
biloba or
I
something.
remember my notebook
I mean,
here, so I can
it's
go
not
to
good.
my
It
notebook.
is not good.
Oh, I know what I wanted to
What's-
mention. The Tuesday show is the last thing I want to mention before we bust out of here early because we got so much to do.
Yep.
The Tuesday show is going to start at 9:00 at La Ola. We're going to be live at Times Square Tuesday. I'm not using the word anniversary because that would make it sound like it's something positive. Tuesday is the 6-month mark of Hurricane Ian. And we're
6
going
months into recovery.
6 months. And so starting at 9:00, the first 2 guests we're going to have on are Kevin Guthrie and Dan Allers will be on together. Guthrie is going to be on remotely, but we're going to talk about the recovery process. They're not going to be on first. They're going to be on second. John and Pete John and Debbie Lalo from Peach Time Out are going to be our first guests. And for anybody that's joined us from the storm, like you just started watching us when the storm came through, John and Debbie own Peach Time Out in Times Square. They were the first people to hire us. They were the first two people to see.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice because we were sitting at their table.
Yeah, I was sitting at their table with cameras out and with my laptop out, interviewing Mean Gene.
No, you had that. What was that? That we called it the hedgehog. You had this microphone.
I was a
with
beginning
this fuzzy thing
podcaster,
on
and
the
everybody,
top of it, and we
everybody
called
in
it the hedgehog.
podcasting said you needed to buy this
The
little
hedgehog,
microphone.
yeah.
And the first guest that we had, well, Gene was the
Yeah.
first. He's the one that you hear on the introduction. We'll always have him on there. He's since passed away.
Yep.
I think he was 82 or 81 when he passed
Yep.
away. He would come down to the beach and he would tell beach stories about how he wished he bought this, and he was a Korean War veteran. He would
Well,
tell
the
great
thing
stories.
was, though, he would sit at table 23 all the time, like every day,
Every day.
most days of the week. He
Four
would be there.
Bud Lights
Well, that doesn't
drafts,
matter. But what
and
I'm
then he would
saying
be
is,
done for the day.
people would always walk by.
Yes, they knew
and
who he
they
was.
knew him. He was like iconic. So he was very popular. Everybody knew him. Sweet guy, wonderful family. We're still in contact
Yeah.
with his family. We had he taught me how to play euchre.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I remember when he got.
Yeah. See, there you go for euchre.
I remember when he got a walker. We would get
The
tennis balls
balls,
donated from people in Times Square so that he could get around with the tennis
Yeah.
balls on the walker.
Yeah.
And we would flip the walker over and shove the tennis balls on for him. And anyway, so John and Debbie hired us. And then, of course, I started criticizing the town council back then. So they kicked us out of Times Square and they pushed us back inside into Time Out at Pete's Time Out. We weren't allowed in the square, which made it great. It made the show even better because I would pick on the government more and they would look for ways to retaliate, and they'd send me letters in the mail. And it was an enjoyable time for me, not for you so much, because I love the government so much. And for 4 years, we did the show there every Saturday. And our first guest was Jackie Lezak from the Chamber, president of the Chamber, still the president of the Chamber now. And I remember we did the recording and we were recording it, and the tape recorder fell off the table and shut off. So we did a half a show and the rest of the show crapped out, but she came back the next week and did it all over again. And then our second guest was Kevin Ruane, who at the time was the mayor of Sanibel. He's now a county representative, and it just took off from there. And it's been great since the storm.
We went through. Remember, we
Obviously.
started going through and we clipped the bird. There was if you can catch it, there was a short little clip of in the middle of our show where a bird landed on the sign behind us, and we all
Just
know
took
what
a
birds
turd.
do.
Right on
And
one
it
of
just
these signs.
right while we were
It
going.
was so hilarious.
Totally oblivious
Yeah.
till I was like, oh God.
So
And there you go. That's what people think about it.
Yeah.
That's what the birds think
right.
about it.
So John and Debbie will be our first guests, and then Dan and Kevin Guthrie. And then at the end, we're going to have a round table of storm survivors, people that stayed on the island for the storm, and they're going to tell their stories about what happened. And then we're going to move on after that. The pictures that you guys are sending me about the before and after, like how your house looked before the storm and then after, it's just brutal to see. And but I mean, I appreciate you sending that and the videos and all that. And then we'll stop after the 28th. But I just think it's important you keep telling the story, because we don't want people out there to forget about what's going on. We want to keep the word out there that it's crazy down here. It's really every time you walk up and down a different street, you could just see how crazy the destruction is. So anyway, that's Tuesday starting at 9:00. It's going to be a long show, so you might want to call in sick, or I'm telling all the affiliates that we have right now that we're going to run long on Tuesday. So all right, everybody, that's it for us. We'll see you Monday night with Mondays with the mayor. Dan's coming back from Iowa. He was the keynote speaker at like the Weather Channel event or something. And so he'll be back by, I don't know, he might be back by now. So
there you go.
Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you to Sandy for this.
Yes, thank you so much.
This lovely award. Thank you so much. And we'll see you
Careful with
guys.
that. Be careful.
Bye-bye.